how do you defeat the left? Well, there's a lot of ways. You could defeat them at the ballot box. You could defeat the left by having better ideas or writing longer books than them or having more seats in a various House chamber or Senate chamber. You could even win the presidency and then own the libs by doing that. But we argue on this show that actually the best way to own the libs is to ridicule them, to make fun of them, and to expose the hierarchy that libs want to live by, because people are repulsed by hierarchy. We don't live inside of an oligarchy or an aristocracy. We actually fought a couple of wars to make sure that America didn't become that. What we have now is an era of people being incapable of living by their own rules. And that happens whether it's Joe Biden doing crack mandatory sentences for young black men, but not for his own son, or whether that be people like AOC or Karine Jean-Pierre saying that all peaceful protest is appropriate and essential to our democracy unless someone is making fun of them. That's right. When the hand is on the other foot, as they say, it becomes a panic time. It becomes literal violence for the left. When somebody goes up to them and makes them uncomfortable, well, it's violence. Stephen Colbert and his team can wander to Capitol Hill and literally break the rules and get arrested, and everybody applauds it. Oh, wow. They're just fighting our democracy. But when a comedian of the right or a comedian who just hates tyrants starts to call out tyrants on the Capitol steps, well, they all lose their damn minds. And that happened this week with Alex Stein, friend of the program, who we've brought on a couple times to talk about his raps in Dallas city council meetings and to talk about him going against groomers in various homes of ill repute in Dallas. Well, Alex Stein is now out of Texas and in our nation's capital, and you definitely saw the video of him talking to AOC on the steps of the Capitol. He made jokes, and AOC had a nuclear apocalyptic meltdown. The same AOC that says, hey, all politicians must be able to be critiqued, and all protests, all peaceful protests are welcome. Being uncomfortable is the rule. That's what it's all about, unless you're making AOC uncomfortable. Joining us now, the man who made AOC uncomfortable, Alex Stein. Alex, welcome to the program. Are you in the same spot? Where are you right now?
No, I'm actually, it's funny for the conspiratorial people, I'm actually at the 33rd degree Supreme Lodge. I had to see it. I went and ate at Comet Ping Pong. You know, I've been seeing all of the sketchy sites of DC, because let me tell you something. I know this is our nation's capital. It's a beautiful place, but it's being run by Instagram influencers like AOC. So it is a literal swamp. When Trump said that, he was not kidding. I'm not even saying that metaphorically or hyperbolically, and I like to make jokes. It is a literal swamp.
Is it because it's hot out there, or what? Unpack that for us.
No, it's just because everybody you see here is political, and everybody here, I would say the majority of them are on the left, and even the people that are conservative are probably afraid to be themselves. So when I first got here and I went on the steps, a couple people recognized me, and I called out Adam Kinzinger. He didn't say anything. I called out Jamal Bowman. He kind of laughed it off. But then I got the big dog, the queen of the squad, AOC. And let me tell you something. I knew my whole plan was AOC loves to play the victim. She loves to say that people don't like her because they want to date her. So in my mind, what happened with Adam Kinzinger and these other people, when you be kind of combative to them, it's easy for them to put their head down and ignore you. But if you kill them with kindness and you actually give AOC what she wants, the sexualization that she complains so much about, which I admit is a little sexual. I did call her big booty Latina. I took it to the line, in my opinion. I didn't cross. But so some guys really enjoyed me. Some guys not. What I'm saying is I took it to the line. I didn't cross it. See, that's the guy. Did you see that guy cuss me out? I'm out here on the steps. People do not like me. Someone just
yelled at you right now?
Yeah, some guy just said F you. Yeah, okay. It's funny. So what I'm saying is this is how insane it is.
He's a Freemason. Be careful.
I don't know. Dude, okay, but my point being is
they'll drag you into their Freemason temple and put you in a sarcophagus.
Yeah, they might urinate on me, but whatever. That's okay. Then I'm in the club. Then I can be president. But this is what, but Benny, seriously, this is what I'm talking about. I planned on saying something sexual in, if I saw AOC. And dude, I thought it would get a reaction because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get a reaction. I'm a comedian. I'm a troll. It doesn't work if I don't get a reaction. That's the same reason I go to the city council meetings. When I spoke seriously, they didn't react. And when I got goofy, they reacted. And AOC fell right into the trap, hook, line, and sinker. And she freaking, I just can't believe she made 10 Instagram posts about it, did a Q&A about it, posted that, posted my own video, posted my picture, took it down. I mean, you would have never thought that a congresswoman would have reacted this way. It couldn't have gone any better, in my opinion.
I have right here on my humble cell phone device, right here for the world to see, the fundraising email that AOC has sent out on your behalf. She is now using this to fundraise, Alex. There you go. From AOC. That's her team. She's talking about you inside of her fundraising email. I want you to respond to this. It's inappropriate, sexist, and racist comments right here in front of the Capitol officers. The officers did nothing. They didn't even ask the guy to step back. Now give me money.
Well, listen, and people say, I say a little innocuous thing, like by saying she's beautiful, even though I call her a baby killer. And she comes out 3 hours after she voted on stuff. She should not even be worried. She should not be worried about me whatsoever, and comes and says the Capitol Police let the rioters in on January 6th. She said that. She's the one that's a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist saying it's an inside job. So go figure how one little domino by saying you're beautiful and I think you're a sexy Latina, and somehow she has to throw the whole Capitol Police Department under the bus and say that January 6th is an inside job. So I think I did an okay job when it comes to revealing what really happened.
Perhaps you could help us with two things as we watch this video. This is like the Zapruder film, right? Like you have to watch it like 50 different times. We wish there were like multiple angles. Like you're the guy, you're the grassy knoll guy. Okay. How many Alex Steins were there? AOC seems to, in this video, in our like frame by frame breakdown, seems to walk up to you, pose for you. And as far as I can hear, and we crank the audio, she says, "Would you like a selfie?"
Yep.
In the video. Now, later, she said she wanted to deck you. Your thoughts?
Well, obviously she's lying. Who's coming up to a piece and say deck you? Because I did. I say, "Oh, you're so beautiful," but I don't. Obviously her age tried to stop her, but she's so starved for attention, and her husband, or excuse me, her fiance was right there and didn't say a word. So I think that she was embarrassed for him. She wanted to try to like get in the photo because she probably thought that I was actually on her side at first. And then once her staffer came out, took a picture of me, they came out real aggressive, Benny. Like when she went on top of the steps, they took this picture. I smiled for it. And I said, "I'm Alex Stein. I work for the Blaze."
Oh, stop. Wait. So their staffer went out?
After it happened, okay, so we had the interaction. And AOC walks past me and she comes back to the selfie. She's like, "Why don't you get a selfie? Or would you like a selfie?" I forget exactly what word she said. Then she walks back because I'm like, "Oh, you're a big booty Latina. You're so sexy." And then what happens is, I guess she's, the wheels start spinning in her brain. So she goes to the top of the Capitol steps, even though she's supposed to be in such a hurry to go do a vote. And she's walking with her dog. She's taking her dog up there. And on top of that, a TMZ cameraman was out there. I feel like she might have told the TMZ cameraman to be there because she walked in with the mask. As soon as she got back up the stairs, the mask came right off. So she was virtue signaling with the mask, of course, but, go figure. She's masked up. It's 98 degrees outside, 99 degrees because I was there. I bumped up to 99 degrees. What I'm saying is she's wearing the mask. Then she realizes what happens. A staffer walks down all aggressively with her phone. They put it right in my face. And then I'm smiling for the picture. I'm like,
really?
Yeah, I'm like, here's a card. I work for the Blaze. Like, I'm a person, And that's when they lost it.
That's how they got the photo of you for the deleted tweet.
Yes, they came down and took it, and I was smiling. I was like, "Hey, I'm Alex Stein. I would like to talk to AOC." Because this is one thing. Well, let me just say this. You can have access, unless they're doing some sort of certain event, you can walk right up to the Capitol steps. Anybody can. And let me tell you something. So I'm friends with Marjorie Taylor Greene. When she walks in, people that are just be riding their bicycle around will say F you to her. They'll call her a fascist. They'll call her the C word. They say disgusting stuff. So there's actually people that do mean harassing there. So AOC trying to pretend like this is the worst thing and that I'm the first racist since Robert E. Lee to ever come to the Capitol. That's all bullcrap. There's people that say disgusting stuff all the time right on those steps.
So the other thing is that you were you're a professional comedian. If anybody wants to see some Alex Stein comedy gold, look up him, female swimming, Alex Stein. He wears a onesie, a spandex onesie, and raps in front of the Dallas City Council.
That was Plano, and I complained that they wouldn't let me swim in the women's. They wouldn't let me go in the change in the women's locker room, and they wouldn't let me swim against the women. Yet they let Leah Thomas is on the cover of Sports Illustrated basically as the Woman of the Year. Even though she swam on the men's team for 3 years. So go figure. So I'm just...
You're an absurdist. You're an absurdist.
And this is what I use... Well, let me just...
You're getting a reaction out of people.
100%. Let me make this point. It's called culture jamming, and I've explained this on your program multiple times. but we take the most absurd parts of our culture that the lamestream or mainstream media, champions, and you throw it in people's faces to see, is this really what it's like? So AOC, who says she's always sexualized, well, let's see when she actually gets sexualized. She gets so triggered because it just proves that she's never really sexualized. If she can't handle this, and she's supposedly from the Bronx, who J-Lo with the pert derriere, she's Jenny from the block. She's known for her booty. She should have been catcalled at some point in her life. And you're from New York City. Yeah, you would have thought she's from freaking, the Bible Belt, where the way she acted about those comments, and she doesn't believe in the Bible or God.
So this is my major contention with this. My major contention with this is that she can't take it. She can dish it out, but she can't take it. And this was you being a comedian. I guess the point I'm trying to get at is that you're a comedian. Now, they had insult the comic dog. So Colbert, to show the double standard, has insult the comic dog wandering around saying things that are so much worse than what you said. He gets arrested. He defies Capitol Police orders, gets arrested, and you never hear about it, right? They spend the night in jail, okay? Because they're roaming the hall illegally after hours in the Capitol. And they're trying to do comedy. They're trying to do comedy of the left. So you're trying to do comedy of the right, and you're pushing things on the right. The point is that AOC is fully engaged with killers wandering around Kavanaugh's neighborhood looking to murder the guy in full tack gear. That's what he told the cops. He's facing arraignment right now, and they're calling that peaceful protest. They're saying that's just how a democracy works. So if it's on the other gloves on the other hand, then AOC is perfectly fine with people being uncomfortable. She tweeted as much in 2020. She said it's about making elected officials uncomfortable. It seems like you are just making her live up to her own words. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, 100%. I just want to make her uncomfortable. And you said this earlier. She was championing all the people that went and protested Brett Kavanaugh, saying, "Oh, they're supposed to do this. This is good." During the Summer of Love, she helped people, gave them a guide on how to protest, how to wear a mask, how to bring tear gas. So she loves protesting, but she hates to be protested. So it's just typical of any politician. It's rules for thee, but not for me. When it happens to them, they're so quick to be the biggest victim in the history of the Capitol. No Capitol Police has ever protected a politician, and she's the biggest victim. And I don't know why she made 10 videos. It's like, spare me, Alexandria. Spare me. It was not that big of a deal. Don't use it as a fundraising, technique. Do not use this for some sort of clout chasing thing. But of course, what do you expect from a woman that's an Instagram influencer that does makeup tutorials when she's supposed to be a serious politician?
Well, so that's the other, the alternative universe is that if you wander around with a Madison Cawthorn or a Lauren Boebert or an MTG, they'll get death threats on the street. People will come up and be like, "I hate you. I hope you die." And I've stood there. I lived in Washington, D.C. for 15 years. And if you walk around with a well-known member of the Trump administration, Sarah Sanders kicked out of multiple restaurants, Ted Cruz surrounded by Antifa, kicked out of restaurants, Rand Paul surrounded outside of the White House with his wife, and the police had to protect them for their very lives. Kelly Paul said later in an interview, they felt like they were going to get killed that night, standing in the street in the White House. So
yeah, well, I was supposed to have dinner with MTG last night, and they didn't let her eat at the restaurant last night.
Whoa. So, I mean, again, the left keeps calling for this world that they don't want to live in. They keep calling Karine Jean-Pierre at the White House being like, "Hey, peaceful protests are peaceful. Go into Kavanaugh's dinner with his kids and come at him." They don't want to live in that world when it gets turned 180 degrees.
No, I mean, it's very simple. Like, these people, they just cannot handle the heat either. They want to give all the heat, but they don't want any of it. And honestly, I was nice to her. Like, I can understand why some conservative people said, "Oh, well, you did kind of sexualize her." And I can't really argue that too much. But I'm saying it's just, have a joke, laugh about it. These people are so politically correct. They can't even be politically incorrect for 1 second. Yeah. So that's the problem. That's why I'm succeeding, because there's a huge void in comedy that they're leaving open for people like me that aren't afraid to actually push the limits. And that's the problem with our entertainment today. That's why Top Gun was a hit movie, because it wasn't afraid to not be woke. So all this wokeness, it creates brokenness. So, I mean, that's a cliche, but that's the truth. So we need somebody, not just myself, people like you, people in this culture war, that are not afraid to speak out and not afraid to call out these politicians that are so scared to have their feet held to the fire.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is a comedian made jokes standing 20 feet away from AOC, and everyone loses their damn mind But if a murderer goes to Brett Kavanaugh's private neighborhood, then that's just democracy in action. Democracy in action and breaking the internet is something that you do very, very well, Alex. I would like to, very special, first time on this show, send you a few memes. Since about 90% of the meme, about 91% of the meme economy is you right now, I wanted to share some memes with you. We're going to send you a few memes. I'd love to get your reactions to them. Is that okay?
Of course. Let's go. Meme review time. This is a first.
Very important live meme review on the Benny Show. Okay, first meme, just sent it to you. The girlfriend, boyfriend meme.
Well, this is you know what?
We'll have it up on screen. Yep.
This is why this meme is so good, because it's so accurate. I mean, her fiance totally, I don't know if we can say this, totally got cucked. I mean, it was her job to say, it was his job to say something to me. Hey, buddy, shut your mouth. Didn't say a word, walks the dog, puts his head down exactly like this while I'm sitting there with a smile on my face. So this meme gets an award for most accurate meme that I've seen of the event so far.
We're lucky he was wearing shoes. You remember that sickening photo of him in Florida where he's not wearing shoes and his like doughy Pillsbury feet were out getting sunburned?
Oh, that was gross, that foot picture. But I'm saying that's what she talks about, like us teasing his feet. That was sexualization. Oh, we can't even make fun of the guy's toes, the guy's toe jam. You know, that's sexual. Everything's sexual to these people. Yet they don't care when when literally school teachers are sexualizing their children. Oh, they say that's progress. That's social justice. But as soon as I call AOC sexy, oh my gosh, bigotry, racism, violence.
Next meme.
Oh, this is the best. The border meme. She's totally crying at the border, and that's me, Primetime 99. She's being extra spicy right here. This is the spiciest version of AOC we've ever seen. And hey, you know, Benny, a lot of people say, oh, you know, her politics make her ugly. I'm telling you, AOC, she's very petite. She's in good shape. She's really nice. She's one of those girls. She's a 10, except she loves to have abortions. That you know, that's a popular meme. She would be a 10 if she wasn't such a freak.
A 10, but yeah, that's right. Baby killing's a real downer, actually. It's a deal breaker for a lot of men. Okay, here we go. Next meme.
Okay, now we got, okay, dude, this is it. And see, I'm getting a lot of heat. This meme that I didn't call her taco, but Benny, I called her tamale. And in the Mexican cuisine, a tamale is even a bigger Mexican delicatessen. In Texas, we eat them for Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner. So listen, Joe Biden can call them tacos, and that's social justice. But I call her a tamale. Once again, white supremacy.
Next meme.
Oh, this is the best. This is the one where she's looking at me, and I'm clapping. And I got the good little hairdo going on. And honestly, this is the problem with AOC. And I talk about the vibrational energy. This is like her energy. It's negative. You know, she's always negative. She should be happy. She's a sitting congresswoman at 32 years old. She's, you know, defied the odds. But of course, even right there, she's a victim. She's always the victim, even in that picture.
AOC tweet, what actually happened?
Of course. She said she was going to dig me. She said that I came out there and that I used violent speech. Yeah, she had the peace sign. She's coming there throwing up the deuces. So come on. She's such a liar. And she said that I said ass and juicy. She said words that I didn't say. It's all on camera. And she even tweeted it out, exposing her hypocrisy and exposing her lies. So, I mean, go figure. A politician in Congress is a liar. Ooh, what a big surprise.
Are you God, I don't even remember what this guy's name. This was at the Grammys a couple of years back.
Yeah,
this
that's
was like Miley Cyrus.
But is that Pitbull or is that Machine Gun Kelly? I forget who this is, but it's one of them. And let me tell you something. I like this picture a lot. I might get this in a frame. You know what I'm saying? Because this is I look very dominant in that position. And honestly, you know, it's like this is what I'm saying. AOC, she actually champions sex workers. She says, "Oh, sex workers is sex work." So for her to act like she's just all of a sudden, you know, has some huge moral compass, she doesn't. She's playing the victim. So I might actually put this in a letter and mail this to AOC.
Okay, two more.
Now this is the best one. This is me massaging her, you know, and she's still mad about it. And I love this because it shows the domination. It's actually a good impersonation of what happened. It's me being dominant, her not liking it, And, you know, it's a powerful, I'm in the power stance in her face. I mean, AOC's facial expressions, I got to give her a little more credit. She's got the best facial expressions in all of Congress, no doubt about it.
You are a big booty Latina, and now she's upset. I think this is
she's my queen. She's out there giving me deuces. And then I say, oh, you're a sexy big booty Latina. And I am the worst human being in the world. But I'm from Texas. That's a compliment. Are you kidding? Everybody, if you're a big booty Latina, you're winning where I'm from. But to AOC, no, that's the worst. That's the worst thing you could say to them. Yet you said it earlier. All these other right-wing politicians get called disgusting stuff, get threats. You know, they say they should die. I say you're beautiful, and that's hate speech. Go figure.
Video meme. This one is making the rounds. This is AOC responding to you on Instagram.
This is the number one.
Look at that big ass. Look at that big juicy booty.
Look at that big juicy booty. Look at that big ass, which I didn't say. And then you see Trump's beautiful derriere right there. That's the best one. Okay, that wins best meme of it all because I've been sent that 100 times. And it's so simple. That's what's so good about it. It's just a simple sound bite with that picture. That's why the meme world, that's how we're going to meme ourselves to victory in 2024.
Last one, it's a video meme. Last one, it's a video meme. We might not have seen this one. I don't know.
I've seen this one. The 1 minute video of the baby got back.
Yes.
That's the best one. Yes, that's made by the Quarterings editor. That one is honestly, I like the baby got back the best because it's the quickest. That's the one I've been sent the most. But the most work, the best editing job goes to the baby got back because it exposes AOC too. She has that video where she's doing all the sexy dances and she's like on the rooftop and she's doing the spicy Latina dance. I call the big booty Latina. So listen, AOC is not some prude. All of a sudden she became a prude. You know what I mean? It's very easy to call these politicians out for their hypocrisy.
So why do you do it, Alex? Let's just clear this up because there's all these headlines and they're all like, he's just there to be a misogynist and a sexist. And he's doing it because he hates minorities. Like, can you clear it up? Like,
oh my gosh, I love minorities. Are you kidding? They say, oh, you're a homophobe, you're a transphobe. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're transgender, as long as you're not doing it in front of children, as long as you're not violating children. And I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Latina. I'm just saying, I don't care. That's what they use. The left uses racism because they break everything down by color, by sex, by some sort of, innocuous category that we don't even know, having 17 genders. You can have all your 17 genders. I love you. But if you're going to be a hypocrite, I'm going to call you out. So nothing I do is based in hate. As a matter of fact, it's based in love. I just want to take the most absurd parts of our culture and bring attention to it because people out there are too afraid of being judged by somebody for saying how they actually feel. And that's the problem with society is I think the majority of us all meet in the middle. Not everybody's far right. Not everybody's far left. We meet in the middle. But our politicians try to divide us like that because even people that are pro-choice, even the people that are pro-abortion believe that there should be a limit. They believe that there should be a time frame where you cannot get one any longer. Yet these politicians are trying to get abortion up until after birth. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to expose that hypocrisy, and I'm trying to do it in a way that nobody's ever done it before, in a fashion called culture jamming, in a way that my hero Andy Kaufman would do it, by blending the line of reality and fiction. Because if you're watching that at home, you might actually think I'm a crazy guy that's obsessed with AOC and that, I'm in love with her, which is the farthest thing from the truth. But that's the joke. And if you don't get the joke, I like that too, because then I'm laughing that the joke went over your head. So it's a cool place to be in because there's such a huge void. And I feel like my content is starting to fill that void a little bit. That's right.
Final question, Adam Kinzinger. We went after Kinzinger. Was he laughing?
Oh, no. Kinzinger's the worst. And he's the worst rhino. He was crying. And if you look at the video, if you slow it down, which I might have to reshare, I'll make like a supercut of all of it. His aide kind of laughs because I call him a D-bag and I say, come on, you're the worst. And he puts his head down like a little, and his pants don't fit him. He was scared to death. And honestly, Kinzinger, these people sell out our country. I don't care if you have an R next to your name or a D next to your name. I want an A next to your name for America. We need more people that care about this country right here instead of the border between Russia and Ukraine. Worry about the border between Texas and Mexico. That's all I'm asking. We don't need some sort of sham investigation for a bunch of patriots that care about our country. We need to actually solve the problems. Outside of the White House, Benny, There's a tent city, I forget the name of the park, full of homeless people in the nation's capital. We have enough money to help these people out. But instead, they'd rather give it to Vladimir Zelensky so we can buy bombs and literally kill children. It's disgusting what's happening in the world today.
It is disgusting. It is disgusting. We need more. We need more humor. We need more comedy. We need more calling out of the absurdity and the hierarchy. And for that, we thank you, Alex Stein.
Thank you, Benny. I'll see you soon. I'll see you next week. Let's go.
All right. You are coming to Student Action Summit in Tampa.
Yes, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at SAS, Primetime 99. We'll be there grinding and shining. I'll have my suit and tie. So if you want a selfie, just say something. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to grind and shine. It's going to be a wild party. So if you're not coming to Tampa, you're missing out. We'll see you next weekend.
All right. Lots of surprises in store. Alex Stein will be making major appearances and some surprise appearances next week. We are excited to announce SAS, Student Action Summit. That's what SAS stands for. Turning Point USA, Tampa, next week. Tickets still available. Go to turningpointusa.com. Will be very easy to find. And use the code Benny for 25% off your tickets. Alex Stein and I will both be there. Maybe we'll do something live on stage. What do we say? The people want it. People want it.
You know, I do it live like Bill O'Reilly. We're going to do it live.
Do it live. Alex Stein. Get out of that Masonic temple. Run. Hurry. Run.
Get out. You know, stuff me in a coffin. Are you
coming for you?
See you soon. All right,
See ya.